The 2023 African Cup of Nations is still taking center stage and is already reaching its boiling point. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have advanced to the knockout stages of the competitions and they are set to lock horns with the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the round of 16. Right here, we are going to discuss and analyze both teams and where Jose Pizarro's men can hurt the Lions under the tutelage of Rigobert Asonga. Do sit back and relax because this is going to be an enjoyable ride. My name is Habib Kuranga and this is the Complete Sports Update. Yes, I'm being joined in the studio by the one and only James Aboubakar, and together we shall be taking you through the trending and interesting topics as far as the 2023 African Cup of Nations is concerned. Yes, welcome to the show, James.
Thank you very much, Abi.
Yeah, so how has it been, the African Cup of Nations generally, everything, the teams, shocking results and everything. So what do you have to say about the competition?
Well, for me, it has been quite an explosive one, exciting one. We've seen teams, the big teams, fall by the wayside, the likes of Ghana, the likes of Algeria. We don't know if the host Cote d'Ivoire will
progress to the next
or
round.
they will fall by the wayside. And it has been the tournament for the underdogs. The minus they've been punching above their weight. We've seen the likes of Mauritania take out Algeria. Equatorial Guinea finished top in the group that has Nigeria and the host country.
And even Cape Verde went unbeaten.
Exactly.
Where there are the likes of Egypt
Ghana,
and
former
Ghana,
champions.
yes.
So for me, that's why I said it has been a tournament for the minus, and it's a good one for African football.
So you actually wax lyrical about the competition there, but let me take you back to the 2021 edition where we had the likes of minions also, so to say, punching above their weight. Do you think it's kind of an improvement from the last edition, and do you feel we are going to have a much better edition in the next one, which will be hosted?
Yeah, for me, I think this particular edition has kind of raised the bar. The last time it was Comoros, it was Madagascar. No, that was 2019. It was Madagascar. Last time in Cameroon, it was Comoros. Now we have the likes of Mauritania, we have the likes of Equatorial Guinea and Cape Verde. It goes to show that there is improvement. Teams are coming to the party now. Gone are the days when most of these teams, you only see them play in the preliminary stages of qualifiers. Then when it gets to the main qualifiers, you don't see them again. But the good thing now is these guys are coming to the party. They're showing their stuff, and kudos to the CAF that they decide to expand this competition because it has given these teams the opportunity to come in and rub shoulders with the big teams, and we have seen the results. They are taking out some of these are taking out of the big teams, former champions. They've been falling by the wayside. So for me, it's a good advertisement for African football. It can only get better, and I hope these teams will not rest on their hours. They should be able to build on this, and so that we'll continue to see more of this thing. Because the more the Nations Cup is competitive, the more it becomes exciting. Not that we have just selected few countries who just come in and just dominate the competition and just go like that. So for me, this is one of the most outstanding competition in terms of watching the AFCON.
So now that the group stage is finally done and dusted, who has been the most standout footballer in this in the group stages?
Yeah, for me, I think it's what is his name? The guy from Equatorial Guinea, Emilio
Isue.
This is somebody that started out as a defender and is now top scorer with 5 goals. Even ahead of the reigning African Footballer of the Year and some other top strikers. We thought by now they will be the ones gunning for the goal,
smashing the charts.
But this is somebody that we've not heard of and is doing it. So that's the thing about competition like this. Let us see new guys. Let us see new teams doing things. So at least this guy has sold himself out, and this is one competition that we'll never forget about. So for me, is for now the standout player in the tournament.
So let's remind our audience, our viewers, that Emilio Isue was actually one of those players for the Spanish side the under-21 Spanish side in 2011, which went all the way to win the European Championships, and they paraded the likes of Juan Mata, Cesar Azpilicueta, Thiago Alcantara, David De Gea. It was part of that squad before switching allegiance to Equatorial Guinea, due to the fact that he couldn't really, get himself into the Spanish first team, and he has been really doing fantastically well as regards to that. So now the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they had 7 points in the group stages, 1-2 and 3-1 against Equatorial Guinea, of course. So do you think the Super Eagles have done enough to be considered title favorite, looking at the fact that they had 7 points only, which can only be bettered by Senegal?
Yeah, for me, I think they've done their bit. We never gave them the expectation was not that high before the commencement of the competition, and then when they now drew with Equatorial Guinea, I think the expectation dropped until they now defeated Cote d'Ivoire. We now came up again, and they now played against Guinea-Bissau and got the win. Well, a lot of people are still not that convinced, because of the way they've been playing. And I think one thing we are not looking at, as supporters of the Eagles, of course, is how lethargic and how complacent these guys, are, going into the game. Whenever they just have that one goal advantage, it seems as though they are, satisfied with that, one goal, and you see the opponents getting back at them. Against Ivory Coast, they also did the same after the penalty converted by AFCON. You could see the Ivorian side, pumping in the attack over and over. If they were actually clinical, I think they would have, scored and probably maybe win the game. So I think if they can actually, sort that complacency, I think they can have a shout in winning this. Forget about the fact that they are not creating so many chances, but if they get those chances, even if it is few, just score those goals, that assuring goals, just to bury that game, above the opposition, that can actually bring up more more confidence in this squad. But it is what it is, just like what people used to say. So now the Cameroonian side, where do you think Nigeria can actually exploit in order to defeat these indomitable Lions? Well, I think the thing there is the Super Eagles are playing. They will play against a team that they are very conversant with. Games between Nigeria and Cameroon, it's always difficult for you to pinpoint a particular place that this is where it's going to be won, this is where it's going to be lost. These two teams they know each other in and out. The last two times that they've met, the last time Cameroon defeated Nigeria was in the AFCON 2000, that heartbreaking defeat. Since then, they've met twice. The Super Eagles won in 2004 and 2019.
Yeah, the round of 16.
So the Super Eagles have been responsible for the house star of Cameroon. But you have to put that aside. This is a different ball game entirely, and it's going to be a feisty one. I find it difficult to come out and say this is where the Super Eagles is going to hurt them. Because when these two teams meet, form book is always thrown out the window. It's just the team, the luck, and the team that is able to take their chances. That's the team that's going to win. It's not a kind of counter where you see wide goal margins. It's always by the odd goal, 2-1. 1-1, maybe they go into extra time and something like 1-0. So for me, I don't know. The Cameroonians, they know what they went through during the group stage. And when you get to the the knockout stage, it's a different ball game entirely. Whatever you did in the preliminary, stays in the preliminary. This is a different ball game. Teams who struggle, this is another opportunity for them to re-energize, gather themselves, and that's what we're going to see from this Cameroonian side that struggled. And Super Eagles, I expect them to, all the mistakes that happened during the group stage, everything must be corrected, because like I said, there is no second chance when you miss it in the knockout stage.
Yes, of course, there is no second chance when you miss it in the knockout stages of the competition. So let's let our viewers also know that the Super Eagles have lost 4 AFCON titles, and out of those 4 AFCON titles, the 3 were actually lost against Cameroon and 1 against Algeria. And we wish the Super Eagles the very best to win the 4th AFCON title in order to tie with their let me just say arch rivals in Ghana, to be able to have that upper say and say that yes, we also have the same AFCON title as you guys. Thank you very much, James, for the insightful analysis. It's very, very well appreciated. So viewers, this is where we'll wrap things up as far as this episode is concerned. Don't stop praying for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and we hope that they can soar high come the end of this tournament. See you again. Until then, do take care of yourself and bye for now.